Today's tale sees us playing BattleTech once again, and today we're up against the AI. So I thought I would roll out a hardly ever play with the Gaint Mech, and it's one of the harder mechs to use in multiplayer, but I like to give it a bit of a go in single player here, just to give him a roll around, you know, fire those good old cannons. Look at those things, he's just basically all cannon. We have ourselves a Centurion to maybe anchor ourselves with, and a Commando to do a little bit of scout work here. I have to say, I'm getting more and more excited for single player and the full release of this game. I can't wait to have more variants of mechs, to have Mech Lab, to have everything. It's going to be good and exciting. We're going to swing the Gaint Mech up onto the hill here. We're going to swing the Centurion down here. I'm not convinced that this is a good move. I do have bulwark here, so we can tank through a little bit here, hopefully. I am about 7 mil down. To put 7 mil in context, it could be a medium to heavy mech difference, really. So it's a fair bit of tonnage that we are losing out on here. I don't have arc light, so there's no shenanigans I can do here. I don't really want to push down here with my light. I'd rather just chill out back here somewhere. Sumo could probably just tank from there. If I push him forward, he won't have any more guard. And I don't want him to be too exposed here. Wildfire, you can probably... I don't mind you moving around a bit more, just to cover this whole gap here. But yeah, I can't wait for single player. I can't wait for multiplayer to have everything as well. It'll be nice to have a bit more of a variation of mechs. Especially, I mean, some of these mechs, I like the Centurion, but I would love some... I'd love some more different weapons on these things. At the moment, it's a bit of a struggle to sometimes fit what you want into where you want it. We're going to reserve here. We're going to let the AI push into us. And that's a fire starter. Alright, hello fire starter. I guess you don't like my Centurion. That's not the best start for us. He's going to be pretty hard for us to deal with. It does look like in a lot of the new videos that are coming out that the AI is kind of going to deal with itself a little bit better here. Because, I mean, think about that. That move right there, that's a panther. No, it can't be a panther. That's got to be a griffin. Panther would be a light. But think about that. He jumped and fired, which is crazy. Crazy for the AI to do here. My God, our... Old Centurion's taking a beating here, and we still have no real vision. We might swing this away. We'll give some vision. We don't really need to give vision, but we'll get vision on this. He might decide he likes my Commando here, but so be it. We know that this guy jumped. We know this guy jumped. Target rich environment. This guy probably has... I'd say 4 evasion, maybe 5. Get him down to 3. It's still not great. And then we can fire in with Sumo. Alright, 2. I'll take that. Wow. Yeah, see. I suppose the jump and fire wasn't too bad on this guy. But still, this is a little bit crazy. It's a rookie mistake by the AI. We're going to probably leave this guy with our back. Because I don't want to twist too much and give up a lot of shots on this AC here. Just if I can help it. And we're going to just plow into the Vindy. The Vindy is a pretty solid mech. It's got a nice amount of armor. It's got a nice complement of weapons. I do like the PPC. LRM5s are a bit garbage, but everything else will do a bit of work. I could back up. We'll probably just bulwark here. We might take a few shots, but the AI generally does not favor... the heavies here. Wow, we are hosing that guy. Imagine that. He just, round after round, just hammered into him. He's rocking back and forth. And, ooh, he does actually like my Jaeger here. Alright, this thing's turned into a pain in the butt. He'll probably shut himself down doing this, though. Which is the funny thing. There we go. Down he goes. So we're going to just rumble this guy with Showboat. I am pretty much sick and tired of the fire starter having his free game with me. So there's no way you're having some free action here. We will blast everything we can into the back here. I mean, he shut down and gave us some, wow, free shots. Down he goes. The AI shouldn't have vision. They might have to inch some of these forward depending on the pilots, which will give us a nice round of firing. Poor old Sumo here is like, whoa, sir. I don't agree with this. Don't agree with this at all. We'll fire back. There's no need to hold back anymore. We are pretty good here. We'll ease up with the LRMs though. We don't want to overheat. So our heat gauge over here, we just don't want to push it too hard. Especially for 35%. There's no real need for that. If we're lucky, we'll hit into the center torso. We've got, I think, about a 20% chance to hit in there from the front. And if we ram in, nope, the AC is going to miss. If we had rammed in the AC, he would have plowed straight on over. What is this unknown here? What are you, buddy? What are you? Ooh, here it comes. That is a hunchback with a bunch of lasers. And our AC took a pummeling. That's really bad for us. The AC is a lot of our damage here. Oh, come on. Not a death from above. I get enough of this in the blimmin' single player to get this in the multiplayer. I mean, I get enough of that in the multiplayer to get in the single player. This is a real problem for us now. We can't really fire on this guy. Can we get that noise out? Since he has so much evasion, if we look at him now, he'll have a mass load of hard to hits. Whereas if we go for this guy, we could possibly do a bit of that. What we might do though is we might multi-shot for this. The reason I want to multi-shot is probably I might get a lucky hit, but more to just shave off some of this evasion. And we really need this Vindy gone so that we can deal with everything else that's going on here. This guy, oh, is toast. And we scored a lucky hit. I mean, back armor, there's a lot of it before we get through that. We'll probably reserve here. This Centurion's going to take an absolute hammering here. I love these hunchbacks with the lasers. Very rarely get to use them because they're so expensive. But, oh, we are down a lot of weaponry on the Centurion. He's lost both arms. He probably has his LRMs still. Nope, he's lost his LRMs as well. So he is just a bunch of lasers. What we might do is we'll see what this medium wants to do. There's no point in us going because he probably wants to do something. And we might be able to upset him a little. Alright, crazy AI is just backing up. If I was the AI, I probably would have just beaten on this guy. So what we'll do, I suspect he hasn't moved too hard. So we might go for a bit of a sprint down here. Can't get vision? Can give vision here. We get to go before these guys. So what we'll do is we'll sprint, we'll give vision on this guy. And we will maybe sense lock this guy. So we'll have a look at what we've got first. So we've got max evasion here. If I sense lock him, which I can't do because I sprinted, I'm an idiot. If I had sense locked him, it would have been down to 4. It's probably not worth. What are we looking at here? If we rotate, at least we've got a little bit more torso on this side. So I think we're going to rotate and possibly fire here. We'll brace up again at least. Hopefully he doesn't decide to death him above us. Could be a little awkward. But if we don't move, if we just stick where we are, we'll at least brace up. I don't know if a... This is why the Jagermechs are so sketchy, is there's so little armor on them that a lot of times it's not worth a damn, right? 40s to hit. Is this worth unbracing myself for? Possibly. I mean, the heat that we would generate, it's not going to be too much. He's probably looking at a full sprint though. Maybe we could group up on this. Our back armor is pretty pathetic though, so we don't really want to get shot in the back. Our best option might just to be to reverse our ass out of here. Make it a little harder for him to get on us. While we hope that this guy comes in. Maybe. I do prefer armor over firepower. It gets you a lot longer. Well, it gets you a lot further than anything else. This guy is braced on up. Damn. I would have loved to have punched him so that we could remove that brace. Probably reserve. Let this guy... Please don't death them above. Thankfully, we didn't see a death them above there. He is coming in on us. Luckily, we're braced up though, so even our pathetic armor on these guns will hold. But we're going to have to deal with this guy probably to get him off us. What we could do is we could roll in for a bunch of fire here from the back. Alright, we're going to fire in with the sumo first. And the reason I'm going to fire with sumo first is I want to shred some of that evasion. Get this guy into a range where at least the SRMs will do a bit more damage. And I think we'll fire him from the back here. I'll be pretty happy. We'll get 2 rounds of firing. Simply because we get this turn now. And then in the next phase we'll get another turn. And we will do a truckload of damage to this guy. Especially from behind. Oof, he's not looking good. Another turn of that and we'll be pretty happy. We might even get some knockdown here. I'll fire in everything. We'll stay braced and we might knock this guy over and then we can call some shots on the center torso. Unfortunately with the knockdown, ooh, he's unsteady. Okay, cool. So that works out kind of good for us because we will knock him down if we move here. But we still get to fire into the back as well. So had we knocked him over the first turn, we wouldn't get these back shots here. Whereas now, we get some back shots. We rummage him up a bit and we knock him over. So we can probably call some shots. I would like to shave the center torso down as best I can. Unfortunately, he's going to get up before we get to fire the Jaeger here, but oh, buddy. Oh, so much laser hits. Oh, you did, buddy. Sumo is literally just our tank now. He has to stay where he is and be happy with his lot in life. I mean, there's not much going for him, right? There is not much going at all. Hopefully we can blast this guy again. We need a decent turn. He might turn for the commando. I did not move the commando enough here to be effective. Is he coming in for some side shots? He is just blasting away actually at high speed. So we're going to probably back up here. I'd like to fire over here, so we're going to have to rotate a little. This is a slightly sketchy move. And the reason this is sketchy is because we're going to have no bulwark. And this guy could just basically shred our arms here. But I'd like to fire most turns here, since we are severely lacking on damage if we don't. And even through this, he could probably do a lot of damage to us. 6 evasion, we're going to have to just reserve here. Hope that this guy fires. If the hunchback wants to give us back shots, whoa, we have to pray for some decent, whoa. Alright. Sumo's prayers have been answered. Hey, come on, buddy. Come on. Ease up on the old Jaeger. We could go on the hunchy here. We'll see what he does with this. Hopefully he doesn't punch us or shoot us or gouge the hell out of us. Oh, he's hating. Hater be hating, eh? Oh, we are just holding on here. 3 evasion. I think I could finish this off here.
What can I do for you?
So we'll get you and we'll fire with Sumo. We'll rotate a little with Sumo. There is not much holding him together. We'll fire at this guy first. Get rid of some of that evasion. And prayer to the gods is what we're going to need. Because this is going to get very sketchy. So let's see. We could punch him. Punching's probably not worth. I would really like to fire everything at decent chances to hit. We're pretty much inside. He's really close to us. and it's going to affect our chances to hit here. I think what we do is we fire in with Showboat, because we'll get 2 goes of this. So we fire with Showboat. We hope that this gets us to about 50% to hit with some of those lovely ACs. And a little bit's blowing off. I would love to hit a leg here. A leg would be a very nice thing to take off. Yeah, we just can't quite reverse as much as I would like. I mean, I could reverse like this, but then we're outside of trees, and that could spell a very bad day for us. I mean, here to here is still, I mean, we get 80% chance to hit, but I don't think it's going to be worth the no tree cover here. And he's still got vision on us. It's very dangerous, but I'll give this guy some welly. Try and keep our range from him. And give it to him, baby. I need a leg. It's probably what I need. Not so much, Alright, we're not looking close to knocking this guy, unfortunately. I think we'll run for the back, though. Try for some more back shots. We might even see what we'll get with focus. So we've got 80s at the moment. If I focused, we could maybe get through this. We do about 125 damage total. So we probably do a bit less than, we do a lot less than that. We probably do about 80 if we're lucky. 80 would kill him. I think we just fire in and hope that our RNG is on point. Ooh. He's unsteady. He is going to get his turn. Ooh, focus. No, Sumo. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. But you're probably dead. AI strikes again. Not so good. Oh, ACs. Once we lose these arms, a lot of our damage has gone from the Jaeger. Versus a hunch, so whoa, he's just spreading his love everywhere. Luckily he's overheated though, so I'll take that. I'll take that indeed. I don't think I reserve here. I mean, this is probably the last turn of firing here before Sumo bites the dust. We could pray for, nope. I was hoping for some hits here, but I guess it's not to be. What are you up to, buddy? Oh, a headbutt is what you're up to. Well, that's just a bit sneaky, isn't it?
I'm receiving you.
All right, we'll keep moving you this way. We'll probably focus for this. I just want to ensure that this guy goes down.
All right.
That way we have pretty much a commando versus a very, very hot hunchback here, and I'm pretty confident in that. We're gonna have to turn off some lasers here because we can't afford for that heat. But I mean, there's not too much to hit that won't get in our way. Oh, you gotta be kidding! You gotta be kidding! All right, we're finishing this guy off with the with Showboat here.
Good to go.
You get the final blow, Showboat. Give him the final word. Sumo's dead. There's no two ways about Sumo. He is a back shot away from death. We'll fire in. Ooh, luckily, we only lost the medium laser. We'll fire in everything. Bit of overkill. Love it. Love it. Alrighty. A Jaeger. Is he going to punch me? Surely this is a punch, right? I would have punched. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, come on. How has he got vision from there? Interesting. Really interesting. He shut himself down. We're definitely going for that. Whereas, oh, yes. Yeah, baby. We are way too hot to be firing our ACs here. But, we'll sandblast this guy a little. Overheat? I guess we have to turn off an AC. That is a real shame. Can we fire at least a medium? Nope. No, sir. Well, give him the good news. in the form of AC rounds. Showboat.
Commander?
Definitely want to get behind this guy if we can. And the reason we want to get behind him is a hunchback is garbage armor from behind.
Coordinates received.
So if we can get behind him, we could do some major damage. We have to hope for no focus though, because that will
Right, Commander.
probably wreck our day. He'll get to boot up this turn, but he's going to take probably enough damage to put him on the ground. Ooh, that guard's not so great. I could do with a focus now.
Waiting for orders.
If I shoot him from here, I would dearly love to shoot. You know what, we're going to back up so that he has to come possibly towards us to at least fire on the Jaeger. The commando should be able to hold out okay here. We'll fire in the AC, or do we hold? I think we fire in.
Fire in.
We'll fire in everything. You know, give him the 20s and the 12s. 22 and 12 seems pretty good.
Waiting for orders.
I could get behind. So I'll show you what I mean. So he's got 20 armor on the back. 20 armor will fairly much fall apart to our commando here. The commando's risking a fair bit. Is there trees? I would love trees. 4 evasion and trees. He could turn and punch us, which would be the smarter move here, but we'll see how smart the AI wants to be.
Got that, guys.
Come on, give it to him, baby. Give it to him. There we go. Bit of damage to both sides, 10 on each. Plus that armor on the back's gone. Oh, he's got a focus. No way. He's going to just destroy poor old Showboat here. And he's reversing behind us. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Showboat. Oh my. Is this a multi-shot?
See daylight through my armor.
There we go. Good old AI. I have no idea how he's getting this crazy amount of vision. Unless that's
Commander.
some decent part. Man, you can see how much work he's doing with this though.
Standing by.
I'll take a move forward here. If he's able to see us, then so be it.
Location confirmed.
We'll get more shots onto this hunch. I would love to just rip this hunch off since it contains all of his weaponry here. We are seriously lacking armor on this baby. But 95's to hit. Rock 'em, baby. Rock 'em. A leg.
Critical hit, Commander.
Alright, so we'll blow off this hunch. I did see that it's pretty much dead. Showboat
Commander.
is going to have to just run over here and do your best. Fortunately, there's nowhere that we can get to with evasion. 2 evasion. I'll take 2 evasion. And a shot at the prize here. Definitely want to hit this. 19. 2 SRMs will blow that off. So, if we're lucky, he'll end up with, there it is. No medium lasers left. Now, all he's got is a single laser and a punch. He does have a small laser as well, but reduces the effectiveness of this thing by quite a fair bit.
Yes, Commander.
Plus the AI's like, whoa, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to let myself get shot here. And into the side, there's nothing in the way. We could even go like this. We would probably explode our arm. But we've got pretty good chances to hit this. And we only need a few of these weapons to go in, right? So let's go. Let's go. There he goes. Bit of overkill, but so be it. I'd say we're about to explode an arm.
Enemy eliminated.
If the game goes that long, there it goes. We didn't want that arm. We didn't want to be on. We just wanted to be on fire, right? Big old glowy mech. Crazy days in that mech. Obviously, if this was single player, I probably wouldn't risk that. It's not worth it. The Centurion, I'd love to know how much damage the Centurion tanked. I'd say it'd be a fair bit. I mean, look at him. He's just 2 legs and a head now. So he probably tanked a fair bit. The Jaeger Mech, these things, there's a reason you can never take these into single player. If you look at it, 65 and 75 versus, I mean, 60 and 65. Basically, this thing is worth a Centurion. And the Centurion does pretty much comparable damage. He's got an AC 10, which does, what is that, 60? Versus these things that are doing about 45 and 25. So you do about 90, 140. 140 plus another 50, 190. So you do about 190 on a Jaeger mech if everything hits, right? Whereas on a Centurion, you could be hitting with everything. You'd be doing 50, 110. What's that? It's 40 for this, 110, so 150. So you do about 40 different damage, right? The difference is about 40 damage, but a Jaeger mech, I mean, for its price tag, this is about 4.7 mil for a Centurion, whereas it was, is it 6 or 7 mil for a Jaeger? Can't remember, but it's pretty expensive compared to this. Overall, we fairly much caught out everything. This Firestarter, I mean, once the AI works out, once they work out the kinks on the Firestarter, it would probably be a lot more of a threat. Especially to poor old Jaeger here, who, well, he nearly lost all of his back armor, which would have been very scary. The Hunchback did a lot of work. Wildfire did a serious amount of work. The Griffin, I can't believe it death from above with the Griffin without Paradise. A little scary. It really hammered down the poor old Centurion. But it probably ultimately did him in. But, good old AI, eh? With that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time. More adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.